IC 705, and I'm now at 144.199.64, so that's interesting. It's off frequency a bit, but it wasn't about a week ago, but I don't know. It's working now, I guess.
Maybe you have a RIT on or something.
Yeah, that's what I checked last time. I do not. Let me see. RIT. No, none of that's on. It's all zeroed out. So, not
Testing
sure what's going on.
Well, I could be off frequency too. I'm using an old rate.
Okay, boys and girls, here we are. We're getting ready for the 2-meter single sideband net at Rogue Valley here in Medford, Oregon, and we've already got a little bit of chatter going on frequency, so we're ready to start here in about 5 minutes. We'll just listen to a little bit of pre-game show here.
Things in there that you just have to wander around.
All right, this is KJ7JL. The 2-meter single sideband net will begin in approximately 5 minutes.
Yeah, roger that, Mike. I hear you. That's, yeah, just maybe a few too many bells and whistles, as it were.
Yeah, unfortunately, you have to read the book to run one of those radios.
Yeah, I've made it so far without cracking the book open, but I kind of wish I did have it. I can't find it now.
Well, we're getting some light flicker here from this old light that I've got up in the corner. Hopefully it's not going to go out on me.
N7RBP, KJ7JL.
Hey, good day, mate. How's it going?
Oh, excellente. Well, Bob, I got rid of my cable TV. I feel like a weight off my shoulders.
Good for you. About time. Yeah, join the masses, the mass exodus.
Well, I have over the air and I have a little DVR, so I can record over the air TV. So I'm pretty happy. I saved $100 a month, so that's $1,200 a year. That's $12,000 in 10 years. That's real money.
Absolutely. Your biggest issue in making that decision was the DVR. So you say you've now got a little DVR. How did you? Where did you acquire that?
Well, you can't get what I bought. It's Amazon DVR, but there's a new company that makes almost the identical little box Tableau, and it's free TV guide and a DVR.
Okay. Off of Amazon. Well, that's good. That's the one thing that'll make your wife happy. That was the big clincher right there. So now that you've got all the T's crossed and the I's dotted, you cut the cord.
I've been using Channel Master for DVR, KC7HX.
Channel Master. I didn't see that. Does it come with a TV guide?
Yeah, and you plug in a SSD hard drive to it. So I got a 2 trig on there, and it records as much as I need it.
Good to know. Good to know. I'm hoping my Amazon box will keep going for a couple years, but you never know.
UIH uses another one too. What's that one that he uses, Walter? It's I want to say Roku. It's not Roku. It's do you remember the name of the one that he uses?
Not really.
I think he uses the Kilo, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's what it is.
Roger. There are definitely some commercial solutions that have a monthly fee, but I'm going to cut the cord. I wanted one that was quote unquote free after purchase.
Yeah, Channel Master's free.
And with the TiVo, you can purchase a lifetime warranty, so the lifetime subscription. And based on the cost, you know, 1 year of service for paying a guide service, you could have bought the lifetime subscription.
Roger, Roger. All right, I think I better start this net. All right, this is KJ7JL. Let me check my power level. This is KJ7JL at 100% power. We're beginning the 2-meter single sideband Southern Oregon net. We always start on vertical for the announcement. Then we switch to a horizontal antenna aimed towards Roseburg, and then back to vertical. This is Jeff, KJ7JL, and I will run the first part of the net, and Bob, N7RBP, is here, and he'll run the second part of the net. All right, I'm going to switch to horizontal antenna. This is KJ7J on the 2-meter single sideband net on a horizontal antenna. K7POJ. K7POJ. Are you on frequency, sir?
I am. How's my beam? No, my beam was not pointed at BT. Oh, there we go. Now we're pointed at you. How's that? K7 Houston.
Much better, sir. You were a 1, and then you came up to a 3 with the beam aimed, and but you were completely readable, Steve, wherever your beam was aimed.
I was pointed at blowhard. I think Walt would know where that is, maybe.
Walt's here, but I'm not sure he's on his egg beater. Walter, you on your egg beater?
Yeah, you're running the net, so he just tossed a question out there. Yeah, I know. KC7HX.
All right, excellent. Yeah, Professor, he obeys the structure of command. All right, Steve, how are you receiving me today, sir?
Walter's got you beat. Walter's S5. Let me see what you are. Go ahead.
All right, this is a radio test. The Louis radio network.
Mr. Louis or Dr. Louis doing 3.5.
Roger. I'll take it. You are clear as a bell. How much smoke are you putting out today, sir?
850.
Did you pick that number at random? I'm just curious how you came up with 850.
I count the LEDs on my forward power display here, and if I stand up, I can look at my bird, and if I go, oh, and I can see what the bird does.
All right, so the birds fly off your antenna or catch on fire. That's 850 watts?
Well, the bird is a bird watt meter with a 1,000-watt plug in it, and it says, with me hollering at it, it does about 550.
So, Steve, I have a question for you. If you put a light bulb on the end of a 2-meter antenna, does it light up?
It burns out.
Well, that's no good.
No, that's good.
I know Walter can hear you. Let's see who else in Rogue Valley can hear you. Anyone else can hear PLJ? Steve? Go ahead.
K7 POJ, Whiskey 6 Foxtrot Charlie. You're about 5 over 9 here. And you are bending my needle just a hair under plus 20. Foxtrot Charlie. Okay, sounds good. You're sounding really good. Very impressive.
How much power is he running?
Oh, about 1,200 watts.
Oh, that is smoking.
1,200 watts. That's yeah, there there is definitely a fire, a smoking hazard over there. All right, anybody else on here can hear POJ. I'm sure you don't have 1,200 watts to touch him back, but go ahead anyway.
N8 BKJ, November 8 Bravo Kilo Juliet. K7 POJ, N8 BKJ here, and you're coming in about S2 to S3.
And same here, S3, and I've got an NA, and would you give me the rest of the call flow?
November 8 Bravo Kilo Juliet, N8 BKJ. We've exchanged cards, and I'm running 100 watts on a 9700 with a horizontal beam, 10 element.
How many elements on your beam?
Yeah, 10 elements.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, you're sounding really good. Let me get you an S reading.
Okay, everything sounds good here over here. I'm just quite amazed. The band is wide open, and hopefully my system is not smoking today.
Yeah, we just had a QFB dive. You just took a dive there. How many?
Yeah, it took a dive here and then started to come back up. N8 BKJ here.
Okay, yeah, FFC, did you get a dive too?
No, I didn't notice it. You're so loud.
Oh, I wonder if Walter heard it. Did we lose some signal there, Walt?
No, I'm reading you anywhere from 10 to 20 over.
Yeah, you're still the same here, Walt. So I imagine that BKJ's got a little knife edge or something that caused some QFP.
Who knows? N8 BKJ here.
All right, good sounding. All right, back to net, K7 PJ.
All right, good contact, Dr. Tom. All right, we might have a full house here today. All right, I know I heard Matt earlier, but I don't think Matt can hear POJ. Matt, you still out there?
Yeah, Roger, I can hear him, but just barely.
Okay, how many watts are you putting out, Matt?
Just 10 tonight.
All right, Matt's on 10 watts, so you probably can't hear him. Roger, Steve?
Roger. I'm surprised, though.
He can hear you.
Are you serious? Oh, wow. Well, that's great. I didn't quite catch that. I mean, you're right at my noise level there, but wow, QRP to Roseburg, not bad. POJ, KI70 and N.
All right, you guys doubled. Matt, try a long transmission to Steve and see if he hears you.
Yeah, this is KI70 and N in Medford. I'm running 10 watts on an IC705 to a 5/8 over 5/8 at about 35 feet over.
Steve, did you hear Matt's transmission?
Absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. Sorry, Matt.
He's vertically polarized.
Yeah, vertical, so yeah, not surprised.
All right, good try, Matt. No, there's no charge for trying. I don't. There's no penalty for not making the QSO either. So we're all good here. All right, who else is out there wants to try to reach out to Roseburg?
Well, for lack of any volunteers, I'll give it a try this week. K7 POJ, this is N7 RBP. 100 watts, 11 element, horizontally polarized Yagi up at about 3 inches, over.
I'm sorry, Bob, I doubled with you. Go ahead and take it.
Okay, we'll try it again. K7 POJ, this is N7 RBP, running 100 watts into a 11 element Yagi, horizontally polarized up about 3 inches, over.
Did you say 3? You didn't say 3 inches, did you, Bob?
I'm being facetious. I'm exaggerating a little bit. It's about, typically it's where it always is at about maybe 8 or 9 feet.
How about that?
You guys doubled.
Okay, as usual, not doing so hot up to Roseburg, so we'll turn it back to Jeff. Net control, and then I think David wants to get in there too. I doubled with him. Go ahead, Jeff, and then you can turn it over to David. K7JAL and 7RB and a P.
Bob, I think you're getting out just fine. I think people are dubbing with you. I don't know why. So let's do this. Steve, did you hear Bob's transmission?
Roger, yeah, Bob's fine. He's S1 and just over the noise and perfectly readable when everybody else is talking. Over.
Okay, guys, we'll let Bob talk. No one else transmit. Just Bob. That's how it goes. Bob, try it again, sir.
Yeah, okay. Well, Steve said he could hear me there. That's good. And Steve, I was just saying that I was being a little facetious with the height of my antenna. It's a little higher than 3 inches. It's up there about as high as I can jump. Over.
All right, Steve, did you hear Bob's last transmission?
Yeah, you guys are both dropping down the signal level, so there's some QSP thing happening here. Bob, your last transmission to me dropped down to about 10%. I heard you mention the word height. That's about all I got.
All right, well, we'll give one more try there. You're at 5 S units here at the N7 RBP radio station. So we'll turn it back to net control. Good to hear from you, Steve, and maybe next week we'll do a little better. K7POJ, this is the N7 RBP radio station, Medford, Oregon, back to net control.
Roger. You guys did get a contact. Okay, I think Dave, was it Dave that was, I heard? Dave, are you on frequency?
I am. This is K7DBS. And hello, POJ, long time no talk.
I know. We keep showing up here on these bands. How you doing, Dave?
Doing okay. I've got you at about an S8 here, and I think I'm doing about 70, 80 watts. I don't know why it's a little light. I'll have to check on that, see if I pump it up a little more. Yep, now it's about 90, so doing okay here in Phoenix.
Very good. Well, with the QSB, you started at a 3.5, and now you're up to 5 S units.
Well, all right. I've been fighting with a flex challenge in the scenario of, I tried to define limitations on power limits, and then it goes wonky, and I have to reset things. So I'm probably not putting out the normal amount of modulation that I normally would, but that's okay. It's all good.
Yeah, that's rule number 1 in my IC9700 book, reset radio.
Yep. All right. Well, real good, Steve. Great talking to you earlier today, and I'll toss it back over to net. There's got to be others that can talk to POJ.
All right, good contact there. Let's see, is Sharon on frequency? She was here last week. I think it was K7E0 or EO?
EO. Let's talk on her today on 40 meters, so I want to meet her. She says that she can't hear me, is what she told me.
All right. Anyone else out there want to try to contact Steve despite the QSB? You might catch an airplane overhead and have a 9S units. You never know.
Oh, 20.
K7POJ, KC7HX, you still got a solid signal for me. How am I reading still?
I wrote down you were an S7, and now you're an S4.5, so things are happening.
Okay, well, it must be on your end then, KC7HX.
Yeah, it must be. I can't figure out what it is, just something to do with the sun going down or something here.
As usual, Walt's got his magnetic personality and can make his contacts. All right, let's see. I didn't hear Dewey. KM7DW. Dewey, are you out there? Nothing heard. All right. Anyone else out there can hear Roseburg want to try to make a contact? Go ahead.
Is Bob on TV tonight?
Yes, he is. Streaming live on YouTube as we speak. Over.
Okay, I'll bring you up here when I clear.
local stations here in Douglas County want to talk to the Rogue Valley. Over. No takers are net control. Back to you, K7 PDT.
All right, Steve. As usual, excellent and fun to have you on frequency. It looks like the transmissions are up and down today. I did make a contact 10 meters near Cuba, Puerto Rico, last week, but that was interesting.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, 10 meters can be a lot of fun. I haven't done too well going east with 10 meters, but definitely going west, all over the place. So I'm interested to talk to Sharon, K7EO. Like I said, I talked to her today on 40, and she was telling me that she cannot hear me. So I find that quite interesting in itself. Over.
Yeah, not sure exactly. Is she oriented correctly? Is she horizontal on 2 meters?
Oh, we didn't get into that. We were just doing 40-meter stuff, so I don't know what she's doing for a station. Over.
I have an insight on that.
Go ahead, Mr. Bob.
Yeah, she's got a 7100, an ICOM 7100 in a Go box, and she's running 50 watts maximum. She's got a I think it's a G5RV up about 10 or 15 feet is all. I told her I think it's an NFED. I'm sorry, it's an NFED, Chameleon NFED. But it's not up very high. It's up about 15 feet, and I told her she needs to get it up higher if at all possible. So she has struggled a little bit, but she put a counterpoise on it last time I talked to her, and it really helped out. So she just needs to get it up a little higher, and she'll do much better. Over.
They want to know about her 2-meter capabilities.
She's got an ICOM 7100, and she does have 2 meters in it, and we talk to her on 2 meters frequently, but not much of an antenna. It's a vertical X50 diamond, I believe.
K7EO.
I'm not getting all of it, Bob, but I did get the 7100. I believe she's on the NFED for HF and a vertical for 2 meters. And I looked her up on QRZ, and it looks like she's kind of in the hills or canyons there about 3 or so miles south of Jacksonville. Does that sound right?
Don't mind. Let her speak.
Say again, Walt?
She's trying to get, she's online. Go ahead.
K7EO.
Go ahead, Sharon.
I heard you guys call me. I just stepped out of the room when you called, so I'm here.
All right, Sharon, we've got Steve, POJ, on frequency listening. Do you want to take a shot and see if he can hear you?
His full call sign is K7POJ, Sharon.
Thanks, Bob. Yeah, I can't hear him at all, but K7POJ, K7EO, do you copy on 2-meter sideband?
All right, Steve, did you copy Sharon?
Negative. I've been kicking my beam over a few degrees to the west there, favor Jacksonville, nothing. And I've got my noise reduction up, so she's not making it here. How's she sounding to you guys, and can she hear me? Over.
All right, she's a little weak to me. She's vertical. She's, I think, 50 watts. Sharon, why don't you, K7EO, why don't you try a long transmission?
Roger. I am running an elk vertical position. I could take the time to make a horizontal transition, but it's a manual process for me, so it would take me a few minutes. K7POJ, do you copy me?
All right, Steve, did you hear K7EO?
Not a peep.
Hey, Jeff.
Go ahead, sir.
Let Sharon go ahead and try to make the vertical, and I will talk to him for a few minutes. Hey, K7PLJ, she said she's running an elk antenna. She has it in the vertical configuration. She said it would take her a few minutes to move it to a horizontal. So if you could wait a minute or two, she could have it, and we'll give it a try.
Okay, I'll hang out here.
Okay. Sharon, go ahead.
I'm on it.
Okay, Jeff, you could do some other little net control stuff for about 5 minutes until she gets back on.
This is AI7GI. I'm hoping for a dirigible, and maybe I can get K7POJ to hear me here. K7POJ, this is AI7GI.
Steve, we've got Dr. Howe who's now going to try to contact you while Sharon is using the strong arm to rotate her antenna. So, did you hear AI7GI at all, sir?
AI7GI, no.
All right, Greg, go ahead. Go again. Try again.
K7POJ, this is AI7GI in Medford. Just kind of wondered hoping I could hit a dirigible and maybe bounce down to you, but it doesn't seem to be probably that luck. You're coming into me. I can just barely read you out, but I am using a vertical at this point.
All right, Steve, did you hear Greg?
Negative. I did not hear him, but I did hear the deepness of his voice, so I can detect that. Let me confirm call. Alpha India 7 government issue. Does that sound good?
Roger. He's also vertical, so it's always, and he can barely hear you, so I'm not too surprised since you're cross-polarized that you couldn't hear him. But it was worth a try, and again, I don't charge for trying.
If you're 3 inches off the ground, does that make you a different version of a ground plane?
Yeah, funny.
7GI out.
Sir, let's see if K7EO Sharon is back after strong arming her antenna. Sharon, are you back on frequency?
KM7DW.
Oh, there he is. Go ahead, Mark. I'm trying to make a contact while Sharon's changing the antenna orientation.
K7POJ, this is KM7DW.
Hello, S6 from Jacksonville. How you doing?
Doing well. You're coming in here in the red. Go ahead and go again.
Yeah, I've got my red button turned on, over.
Yeah, it's S9, so you're doing the trip, doing it well.
Well, ditto for you. How well are you hearing Sharon?
Oh, she's super loud over here. We don't live far from each other.
Is she sort of south of you, maybe a couple miles?
She is west of me.
Okay, actually, I don't know where you are either, so. All right, I'm just trying to get pictured because I know clearly where Walt is and I know clearly where Bob is, so, I kind of know how the propagation is to those locations.
Yeah, Roger. I just heard her chime in, so let's see if we can't give her a shout.
Go ahead and let us know.
All right. K7EO, Sharon, are you back on frequency, ma'am?
K7EO, I am back on frequency with a horizontal antenna.
Wow, that was quick. Excellent job with the pliers. All right, and how many watts again?
I'm on full act on the 3100, so 50 watts, and it wasn't a wrench, it was a hammer to do it.
Okay, and are you aimed north?
I am pointed northwest a little bit.
Okay, all right. Go ahead and make a long transmission, maybe with the correct orientation. You might POJ might hear you. Go ahead.
K7POJ, K7EO. This is Sharon. I am I've moved my elk to a horizontal position, pointed generally in your direction. Do you copy?
Steve, did you pick up any of that transmission, sir?
Well, I can say I think I heard something, but not enough to really make sure that it's something. I might be able to hear CW. How do you hear me, Sharon? Over.
Sharon, did you hear POJ's reply?
No, I can just imagine that there's somebody there, but really, I don't hear anything.
All right, let's try this. POJ, you want to make a long number count? Oh, maybe Sharon can't rotate her antenna. Sharon, can you rotate your antenna?
I can make that happen, yep.
No, I mean, can you do it actively as he's transmitting, or do you have to run outside?
I have a house mouse that will help.
Okay. So what I hear you saying is that if POJ makes a long transmission, you might be able to try to tune him in with your antenna direction. Roger, roger.
I can attempt that. Roger, roger.
All right, Steve, are you willing to make a long transmission while EO tries to tune you in, sir?
Here we go. This is Kilo Papa Oscar Juliet, located in Roseburg, Oregon, in Charlie, November '83, and I worked the contest this weekend, and I had a one-way from Edmonton, Alberta. He came in here with a -7, which is pretty impressive. And then another guy in the very far reaches of Wyoming, he came in here also with like a -9. So that was pretty good, except they didn't hear me. So it was kind of disappointing in that respect, but things are working on a wonderful FT8 bands of 2 meters. So that's nice and long. This is CN83. My call is K7 POJ O'Rourke.
All right, Sharon, did that help? Was there any position that he was extra loud?
He was starting to come in a little bit better, still just complete noise, but I could tell that there was somebody perhaps talking in the back, but not enough to make contact.
Thanks for trying, Sharon. This is why it's fun. We get a try. So, all right, Steve, she could just barely get you a little stronger, but not enough to say that she heard you. So, she may have to get her antenna up higher. All right, anybody else there want to make a contact before we go vertical? Nothing heard. All right, Steve, we appreciate you being there. Fun to talk to you. And I think we'll give you the last say here, and then we're going to go vertical with Bob.
Real quick question. SFC, you're going to be working the Portland net tonight at 8, over?
Roger that, and your signal has been coming up constantly all night. You're like 15 over now.
Okay, yeah, you're just under +20 here, so I have been moving the beam a little bit, generally within about a 5-degree area there, kind of looking for Sharon. So, all right, we'll catch you at 8, and thanks very much, Jeff, and hello to all my buddies down there in Rogue Valley. 73s from Roseburg, K7 PDT.
All right. I will now turn this over to N7RBP.
All right, very good. Thank you, Jeff. And Steve, K7POJ, was actually coming in very, very well tonight. And unlike last week when I couldn't make contact with him, I was able to make a contact, so that's good. So I think conditions are quite a bit better tonight. Anyhow, this is N7RBP with the 2-meter single sideband net in Medford, and we are all turning our attention towards the town of Grants Pass at this point in the net, and we're going to see if we can raise anybody in the town of Grants Pass. So first of all, we're going to try WA60TP, Jim, are you listening tonight? Over.
Jim was there.
Okay, I'm having a real hard time hearing him, which is Let me take a real short standby. I'm going to go into the kitchen and turn off the LED lamps. See if I can bring my noise level down. I'll be right back in about 10 seconds. N7RBP.
WA6 OTP KC7HX. While he's turning off the lights. How you doing, Jim?
Hey, Jim, you're a pretty good copy to me, KJ7JL tonight. Bob just went out to turn off the LED lights, and he'll be right back, sir.
Okay, I'm back, Jim, and yeah, I do hear you a little better now. It didn't make a huge difference, but it did make a difference, so I am copying you now. So anyhow, you want to take a real fast roll call and see who's listening tonight over there in Grants Pass, over? All right, Jim. Well, we ran a little overtime tonight, and the guys might have gotten a little bored and went and watched a little television or something. But I think I understand you to say that you're the lone transmitter over there in Grants Pass tonight, Roger. Okay, very good. Well, as usual, you guys always hear very well over there. And for those who cannot hear Jim in Grants Pass, he is hearing KM7DEW fine, KC7HEX fine. He can hear Sharon, K7EO, KJ7JAL Jeff, and of course W6FFC. And Tom, he can hear you just fine as well, November 8, BKJ. And Greg, he can hear you just fine too, AI7GI. So Jim's doing quite well over there as the lone Mohegan in Grants Pass. So any one of you guys on frequency right now here in the Medford area that he can hear, you want to try to give him a call, feel free to do so now. Take it one at a time, N7RBP.
KI70N would like to give it a shot.
Go ahead, Matt.
Yeah, good evening. This is KI70N reaching out to Grants Pass. Do you have a copy on me, over? Excellent, excellent. Well, thank you very much for the 5x5. I've got you at about a 5x7, 5x7, over. Roger, Roger. Well, thank you for the contact. KI70 and in, back to net.
Oh, good job, Matt. That radio, that brand new radio of yours is doing the trick for you. That's excellence on that 705. What antenna are you using on that for 2 meters?
This is the same one, the 5/8 over 5/8 at about 30 feet, 35 feet.
Yeah, that's a good antenna. That's a really good antenna. Well, great. Congratulations. You did a real fine job there making the trip. All right. Good job, Matt. Anybody else want to try Jim, WA7 OTP? Feel free to go now.
Whiskey Alpha 6, Oscar Tango Papa. This is Kilo Charlie 7 Hotel Echo X-ray. Good evening, Jim. Things are very fine. Yeah, I heard you accidentally doubled with you when you were giving that first report of all the call signs when Bob went to turn off the LED lights. But yeah, you heard everybody over here quite well, so you're doing good. And too bad the other guys couldn't be on. They probably would be making good contacts too. KC786.
Okay, real good. Well, Walter always has a good contact to everybody, so good job, Walter, and nice work, Jim, making a contact between the two of you that works every time, 24/7, any day, any time. All right, that's good contact. Let's see. Karen, you want to give it a try? You want to see if you can reach Jim? Can you hear him? He did say he could hear you, over.
I can't hear him. I was going to try turning my antenna a bit as he was talking, but I've got nothing from him.
He's vertical.
I switched to vertical.
You can hear Sharon, right, Jim? Yeah, he can hear you just fine, Sharon, so not uncommon for them to be able to hear, and less the case over here in the Medford area. I think Medford's just got a lot more noise than they have in Grants Pass. So, well, good try anyhow. Let's see if we can find anybody else that wants to make the contact. Give Jim a try now in Grants Pass.
WA6 OTP N8 BKJ in Medford. That's great, Jim. Yeah, I'm right now. You're really dropped out the bottom. I'm running 100 watts on the vertical. It's one of those Comet GP9 things, whatever. It's a 17-footer. So, okay, great. I'll just go turn it back to you. WA6 OTP N8 BKJ.
WA6OTP. This is AI7GI running at about 15 watts. That is correct, 1.5. Oh, that's great to hear. I'm got you in a little bit of noise here, but definitely intelligible, so that's always nice. Thank you for the contact. AI7GI out.
Very good, Greg. Good contact. Good contact. And that was a good 5x5 from WA6 OTP over there in Grants Pass. So your radio is working, and it's working really well. All right, let's see here. Who else is left? I don't know, Mike, W6FFC. You haven't talked to Grants Pass today, have you?
No, I haven't. Jim is KM7S8 here, his usual nice signal, WA60TP, W6FSC. I'm doing pretty good. Not too bad for an old guy. I need to get up to Grants Pass and Merlin one of these days. I have to go see my buddy Gary Stuckey out there in Merlin. So when I get around to doing that, I'll send you an email or a text or something, and then we'll get together. Okay, very good, Jim.
All right. Well, as usual, good contact, Mike. Good contact to Grants Pass. Never have any problem talking anywhere. W6FFC doesn't. He can go 360 degrees. All right. Let's see. I think we only have one more person on frequency tonight that hasn't made the connection to WA60TP. Dewey, you want to give it a shot? KM7DEW?
Yeah, WA60TP, KM7DW. How you doing, Jim? All right, Jim, I just thought I'd say hello and thank you for the contact. Appreciate it. WA60TP from KM7DEW, 73s, buddy.
All right. Great signals from everybody tonight. And once I got my kitchen lights turned off, things perked right up. I think that's what happened last week. Not only did I have the lights on in the kitchen, the LED long lamps, but I had the lights in the garage on as well, which are the same type. So both of them caused static, and I wasn't aware of that last week when I was struggling big time. So anyhow, we're good to go. Everybody's had some really nice success today in every direction. So I think we're probably good. The only person that's missing here that's typically on frequency is N7LJC. Larry, are you listening tonight? No, I guess he's away without leave. All right, well, I guess that pretty well wraps it up. Jim, thank you a whole bunch, WA60TP, for being the Lone Ranger over there in Grants Pass tonight. It wouldn't have been the net it was tonight without you. So again, we very much appreciate your participation and being there, and hopefully we don't take it too long next week, so that we have a few more participants in the Grants Pass area. So with that, we'll let you put the ribbon on it, Jim, and we'll cut the cord between here and Grants Pass. Over. Okay, Jim, 73s, have a good evening tonight. This is N7 RBP with the Rogue Valley 2-meter sideband net, cutting the cord between here and Grants Pass, and we're probably going to turn it over to Jeff, KJ7JAL, for a final word, and then turning it over to regular Rag Chew on the 2-meter 144-200 frequency. KJ7JAL, this is N7 RB and a P.
All right, Bob, good job. A lot of good contacts today. Jim was just much more readable for me today. So I think the radio waves were just cooperating, and we appreciate W6OT being there. Always there. Larry might be out taking pictures on a railroad car. All right, this is KJ7JL on the 2-meter single sideband net Southern Oregon, and a pretty long net and a lot of good contacts, fun ways to check out our equipment and antennas. And actually, Bob's antenna I don't think is 3 inches off the ground. It's at least 4 inches. All right, this is KJ7JL returning these airways to regular amateur use.
All right, well, it sounds like everybody's done for the night, so this is N7RBP. We're going to initiate shutdown sequence on YouTube live stream, and anybody who's interested in doing a recap of tonight's net, welcome to log on to my YouTube channel. You can find it on QRZ. Just type in my call sign on QRZ and just scroll down a little bit to the YouTube icon and click on it, and you'll be able to find it from there. So 73s, we're going to, like I say, initiate shutdown procedure on YouTube live stream, and we'll be listening out on 144-200, this N7RBP.
And make sure you click on the like button and subscribe. KC78X.
Ditto that. Thank you, Walter. I always forget that.
I think I'll have to subscribe to this NABKJ.